Today on another edition of Turneround's Theory.
And also, he's not cheating on you. He's loyal. There's really no reason to break up that home. You had to follow your happiness rather than your duty.
No, I disagree, because there could be mental abuse that the children are seeing. Just because it's not physical, just mental abuse is just as bad as physical.
Another edition of Turneround's Theory is coming your way next right here on YouTube. If you thought that this young lady was happy with her marriage, think again. If you'll stick around for another exciting edition of Turneround's Theory, which is coming up next on my official YouTube channel in just a minute, I'm going to take you back to No Fugazi's YouTube channel and we'll watch this video in its entirety, how one woman explains to No Fugazi that she has left her family for happiness. And of course, I'll give you my 2 cents on it by concluding today's edition with another free theoretical thought. It's Friday, January the 16th, 2026, and fellas, once again, as I often tell you all, that y'all should often be knowing my saying and y'all should often be knowing the drill. So why don't y'all go grab a quick snack and come on back, because y'all just might learn something. Another edition of Turneround's Theory is coming your way in just a moment. Roll that intro and let's jump right into it. I've been a musician for more than 44 years. I've been a video editor 20 years and a content creator over 10 years. I give theoretical thoughts on just about anything in general. I'm Mr. Turnaround and this is Turneround's Theory. What is going on, everybody? Once again, I'm your boy, Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T, aka your theoretical maestro. And I want to welcome you to another edition of Turneround's Theory for Friday, January the 16th, 2026, right here on my official YouTube channel. Now, as you should know, Turneround's Theory is coming to you each and every single Monday and Friday over the exciting digital airwaves of YouTube for season number 6. And yet again, Turneround's Theory continues to become the actual platform of where I normally give the fellas, just like you at home, a free theoretical thought on just about anything. Well, I feel good today. Hey, listen, for those of y'all that are just tuning in to another edition of Turneround's Theory right here on my official YouTube channel, I want to personally welcome you. And if you are, in fact, a returning subscriber, hey, welcome back. As a constant daily reminder, let me reiterate to you all once again to please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel, because it would in fact help out and it would be beneficial for the YouTube algorithm. And please don't forget to smash on that post notification bell, because you, my friends, will instantly be in the loop every single time I post up and upload more additional content onto this channel. Please be sure to follow me on all social media platforms. There will be a link provided in the description box below. If you also want to contribute to my YouTube channel through PayPal, which ought to be a great help, and there's also going to be a link provided in the description box below for that as well. Please don't forget to also use the hashtag Team Turnaround that you will see at the bottom of your screen, because that lets me know indefinitely that not only you're watching another edition of Turneround's Theory, but it just goes to show that you are supporting my platform with regard to the content that I post up, and I might just send you a shout out right back. Now, I do hope and pray that I have covered everything within this particular matter, and with that being said, let's jump on over into another edition of Turneround's Theory.
And also, he's not cheating on you. He's loyal. There's really no reason to break up that home. You had to follow your happiness rather than your duty.
No, I disagree, because there could be mental abuse that the children are seeing. Just because it's not physical, just mental abuse is just as bad as physical.
Bipolar moments.
So I do not agree with that whatsoever.
Mental abuse is
measure, just as bad, if not worse.
Can you measure mental abuse?
Yeah, what is that? What is an example of that?
What do you mean, though?
I don't know. You said it.
Here we go again.
What the freak is mental abuse?
Yeah, like, what does that look like?
Degrading someone in front of your children, like degrading the mother in front of the children, yelling in front of the children.
Okay, but where does that stem from? Like, why? Like, nobody just comes out the blue and starts degrading.
No, actually there is. Because when people have their own mental illnesses, it will betray on others around them. So you are very freaking wrong on that.
I've got to pause for a moment and give you my opinion on this situation. You see, 50% of marriages end up in divorce, but only 70 to 80% of those divorces are initiated by women. And as a result of that, the law is more than likely in favor of the woman.
Okay. Very wrong.
So when people have mental illnesses, and what mental illness? Because you never said that he had a mental illness.
I didn't say he did, but I'm saying in general, people have outbursts for any kind of reason.
Now, to some extent, I do agree with her, Mental illness does affect marriages, and here are 4 reasons why mental illness do affect marriages. Number 1, communication strain. Conditions like depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, or PTSD can alter how a person expresses emotions. This may lead to withdrawal, irritability, misunderstandings, or emotional distance if not addressed. Number 2, shifts in roles and responsibilities. When one partner struggles, the other may take on more emotional, financial, or household responsibilities. Over time, this imbalance can create resentment or burnout if support systems aren't in place. Number 3, emotional connection challenges. Mental illness can dull emotional availability or increase emotional volatility. This can make intimacy, emotional and physical, more difficult even when love is still present. And number 4, stress, not lack of love. Importantly, many marital struggles tied to mental illness are about stress management, not a lack of commitment. The illness is often the problem, not the person.
It does not have to be, whether it's mental illness or not. Maybe it's anger, which is a form, but it doesn't matter.
And if that was the case, then you would have saw that early on.
Mental illness.
If that was the case, you would have saw that early on because you dated him for a while. So apparently he wasn't like that in the very beginning.
But
so something down the line changed because he wasn't like that in the beginning. So something changed, and we don't know. And it's honestly, it's none of our business. But like something changed because he wasn't like that in the beginning. Because if he was like that in the beginning, you wouldn't have been dating him for that long.
Mental illness is just the same as physical illness.
Okay, but for your situation, that's not for your situation.
Sometimes it's actually worse. If you're so big on statistics, you would Google that.
This young lady got a hell of a lot of nerve to say she knows statistics when it comes to marriages being destroyed. Well, let me give you the real statistics. About 40 to 50% of marriages in the U.S. eventually end in divorce. This is a widely cited approximate range from recent population data, not just the old half of all marriages cliche. Among first marriages, studies have found somewhere around 40 to 45% end in divorce over the lifetime of marriage. Second and third marriages have higher divorce rates, about 60% for second and around 70% for third marriages. Now note that the oft-quoted 50% divorce rate is a simplification. Actual lifetime divorce probabilities vary by age at marriage, education, and other factors. Now, who initiates divorce? Research on filing patterns consistently finds that women initiate the majority of divorces in the U.S. About 69% of divorces are initiated by women, meaning the wife files the divorce petition. This is one of the most cited figures in sociological research on divorce initiation in heterosexual marriages. Now, here are the key takeaways to this. Roughly 4 in 10 U.S. marriages end in divorce. The exact lifetime probability depends on demographic variables. Women file for divorce far more often than men, around 69% of the time. So for this young lady to tell these men on the No Fugazi podcast to look up and Google up the statistics in her own way, she is absolutely 100% wrong, because I just showed you the statistics here. Let's continue.
So I want you to do is demonstrate it, because it's not my claim, it's your claim. You're saying that mental abuse is
I feel like sometimes
worse than physical abuse.
Absolutely.
And how can you we can measure physical
because
abuse?
I can recover from a black eye, but the you said to me, it might take me a whole fucking year to recover from that.
Okay, but how do you know that if you say something to someone, it would take them a long time for them to recover from? It all depends on their sensitivity level. Like sticks and stones may break your bones, but words won't hurt you.
No, but that's
so like,
false.
no,
that's
what I'm
false.
saying is, how can you measure words hurting someone and like the effects that it has on them? Now, with physical abuse, we can actually measure the damage, and I think that physical
Just because
abuse.
You can see it?
No, I'm saying that physical abuse, it does both. It hurts the physical,
but how can
and
you
it
say
also
it hurts both? But how can you measure the mental then?
Because look,
you can only measure the physical, but how could you measure?
I'll tell you. I'll
mental,
demonstrate.
Like you told me.
Well, let's answer that question concerning emotional and psychological abuse, or mental abuse, if you will. About 48% of women And 48.8% of men report at least one psychologically abusive behavior by an intimate partner during their lives. Emotional or psychological abuse includes behaviors like insults, humiliation, intimidation, controlling actions, isolation, or coercive tactics. In one clinical sample, 28% of women reported emotional abuse in the last year, compared to 12% who reported physical abuse, indicating emotional abuse can be more frequent. So psychological aggression is more common than physical violence.
I'll demonstrate it for you. So we're going to measure physical abuse also hurting the mental abuse.
Please do.
What we can't measure is the mental abuse actually hurting the physical, right? So once again,
I didn't say the mental hurt the physical.
But obviously, if it's mental abuse, if you're only saying words, and if it's hurting the person's mental, it's the physical aspect of them as well. It's the internal, right? So if I call you words, it's hurting your internal. You would have to demonstrate that. I'm going to demonstrate to you how physical abuse would damage the outside, but also the inside. You ready?
Yes, go
Okay.
ahead.
For the sake of time, we'll stop it right here, but don't go away, because when I return, I will conclude today's edition with another free theoretical thought to wrap up for this week, right after this.
It's like sometimes when the woman is happy, she leaves. And when a woman is unhappy, she stays. Like the happiness of a woman is not necessarily predictive of whether she's going to stay in that relationship.
Why do you think women leave when they're happy?
When they're happy,
Yeah.
they've gotten too much of what they wanted. And eventually they run out of things to want. And it's almost like, is that going to sound weird? But it's like, how do black holes die? They have to go away eventually. They suck up everything around them, and then there's nothing less to suck up. And then they have to suck themselves up, kind of a thing, and then there they go, I guess. We do know that black holes don't exist forever.
Okay.
I can't explain the astrophysics, but...
Never trust a woman that will break up her family for personal happiness.
Hold up. Say that again.
Never trust a woman that will break up her family for personal happiness.
Say that one more time.
Never trust a woman that will break up her family for personal happiness. She's not loyal to anybody. The only thing she's loyal to is her emotions. If she's willing to put her life on the line and have a child for a man and walk away, or say her vows to God and break those, what you think she gonna do to you, boy? You just a newcomer, man. What you think she gonna do to you? Only thing she's loyal to is how she feels. Well, Dartrey, would you want me to be unhappy? Life is not about happiness. Life is about understanding and moving forward. Happiness is a choice. Happiness comes from a perspective, your state of mind, the way you frame your thinking. Bro, don't trust these women, because if she did it to him, that she had investments into, like a child, if she did it to God, her creator, what the f*** you think she's gonna do to you?
And now, Turneround's theoretical thoughts. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, and this is most definitely my favorite part of the segment. Once again, it is time for today's edition of Turnaround's Theoretical Thought with yours truly, because in just 1 minute, I'm going to conclude today's edition with another theoretical thought to part one of this episode when it comes to a woman leaving her family for happiness. Here is your theoretical thought for today for part one. In theory, when a woman leaves her family claiming the pursuit of happiness, the question isn't whether she deserves joy, it's whether happiness should come without accountability. Happiness pursued at the expense of responsibility often becomes unstable because it lacks foundation. True fulfillment isn't found by walking away from what once mattered, but by confronting discomfort, setting boundaries, and rebuilding purpose with maturity. When happiness requires breaking trust and abandoning commitment, it may not be happiness at all, just temporary relief wearing the mask of freedom. That's your theoretical thought for today, and this will also conclude another edition of Turnaround's Theory for part one, entitled A Woman Leaves Her Family for Happiness. Hey listen, I want to encourage you to join me again Monday for the conclusion of this episode, where this woman continues to talk about how she leaves her family for happiness, thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. Hey, listen, I want to thank you for watching part 1 of today's episode of Turnaround's Theory here on my official YouTube channel. This platform is actually designed to empower men to make better choices and life-changing decisions when it comes to the dating world. Hey, listen, let me know what you think in the comment section below concerning part 1 of today's episode. And as a constant reminder, I must reiterate to you all one more time to please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel because it would in fact help out and it will be beneficial for the YouTube algorithm. And please don't forget to smash on that post notification bell because you, my friends, will instantly be in the loop every single time I post up and upload more additional content onto this channel. For Turnaround's Theory, I'm your boy, Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T, aka your theoretical maestro. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you right back here again this Monday for another edition of Turnaround's Theory for part 2 of A Woman Who Leaves Her Family for Happiness. Until then, Team Turnaround out and have a safe weekend. On the next all-new episode of Turnaround's Theory.
So it's the difference between feelings and emotions, right? So if you touch your hand, you feel your hand. Touch it, you feel it.
Plus, I will conclude this 2-part episode with another free theoretical thought at the end. Join me for the conclusion of part 2 entitled Woman Leaves Her Family for Happiness right here on Turnaround's Theory, coming Monday at 1 a.m. Eastern, 12 midnight Central Standard Time, only on YouTube.